Okay guys, here we are in Way of the Hunter. We've had a surprise update, a new DLC come out today. No one's seen it coming. So it is the Remington pack DLC down at the bottom. You can get some more info here, and we'll go through it real quick. I'm on a big time crunch today, so I got about 10 minutes. So the video will be quick. For me, 10 minutes is quick. So we'll do what I can. I've had a little bit of time to, like, non-recording time to play around with it. But anyways, we'll see. There's 4 firearms in here. We'll go in the game here and take a look at them. There's 2 shotguns and 2 rifles. So it's two tier 6 rifles, and then there's a 12 gauge birdshot rifle or shotgun, and then a slug. So that's kind of cool. The most interesting one here is a Sabbath slug. But here they are here. Model 870 SPS Super Magnum. This is the 12 gauge birdshot. The 870 Fieldmaster. So this is the slug. So it's basically a new category of weapon we have in the game. So that's what I'm finding the most exciting. And we have 2 tier 6 rifles. So it's both of the Model 700. So in game we have the 300, the Model 700 long, and now we have the Model 700 Alpha 1 Hunter and the Model 700 SPS. So this one's chambered in 7mm PRC, and this is a 375 H&H Meg. So this one is my next most interesting one. I like the slug, and then this 375 I want to check out. There's also some patch notes that came along here. Now I've found that, there's a little error here because they're talking about Steyr firearms pack. It's supposed to be Remington firearms pack. So that's a big little whoopsie there. There's your 4 weapons though. And then they just have some minor fixes here, like the solo animals and groups not spawning. Like I have a solo whitetail that never spawns for me. So hopefully that's been fixed here. Only like 4 little things here. Oh, and here's the image of the weapons. But we're finding there's a lot more additional stuff that has not been notated. So it's going to be one of those updates where there's going to be hidden updates, it looks like. One of them is the binoculars have new fonts and the colors have been fixed. So that's cool. Okay, so we're at the lodge here now, so we'll do a quick little look. Sorry that I got to do the video so fast. I'm going to do a more thorough one there probably tomorrow. But it might be focused more like on specific weapon or 2. So yeah, if you go to the little computer there, you can find them in the shop. If you buy the DLC, it doesn't cost any in-store credits to pick them up. But you scroll right down to the bottom, we'll have the Alpha here. So it's a 3-round magazine capacity, so it's just top fed like the other Remingtons, and that's 7mm tier 6. And here's your 375, the SPS, same thing. So there's the model for it, and down at the bottom we have our 2 shotguns. Here's the Fieldmaster with the slug, a mag capacity of 4, but it can hold 5 because he'll put one, he'll have one chambered, and then he'll put 4 in the bottom. And the same with the Super Magnum here, the 12 gauge. Birdshot is, I guess, all it is right now in the game. At least I think. I never did actually double check on that. Yeah, I think I did. If we go out here and you go in the encyclopedia, you can actually find the ammo and the ratings for it. So I was looking at this one, the 7mm, real quick, just see where it drops off, because it's got a fairly similar specs to the 300, but it looks like it carries a bit farther. If we go to the 300, yeah, 300 drops a bit sooner, but I think the 7mm, it has a slightly smaller hunter sense dot. So it looks like it's going to be a little more accurate than the 300 that we have, the Remington 300 we have. But I mean, it's going to drop a little less by just looking at the chart here. I haven't measured the energy or anything like that, but my prediction is, since it's got those 2 bonuses to it, it's going to hit a little less harder than the 300. But I just haven't looked at that yet. And then of course 375 drops off fairly fast. I wonder what it compares to with the 9.3 actually, since we're here. Oh, okay, so it doesn't drop anywhere near off as much as the 9.3, so that's cool. So this is going to be interesting to compare. Again, these are going to be for future videos. I want to see how the 9.3 and the 375 and the 350 compare. And then of course we're going to be looking at the 7mm versus like the 300s and stuff like that. So the 12 gauge slugs right here, it just drops like a rock, like you're expecting. So we're looking at about 100-meter shots with these. And then, yeah, I think it's still using this 12 gauge that we're used to, the birdshot, the other one. As far as I can figure, that's what it is. So what we're going to do is we're going to jump over to the firing range to do the basics. Okay, here we are at the firing range. And I think what we'll start with, actually, I'm going to clear these out. You know what? Let's start with the shotguns. Let's start with the shotguns. So the most interesting one here is going to be the Field Master for me. Let's throw that on there. And then we'll just throw the birdshot one on there because it's going to be nice and basic. Like it's, you know, it's just going to be looking at the model and everything like that. As a side note, you can just put these two on, the red dot and the carbine optic, on either one. But we'll keep them off just for a moment so we can take a look at them. All right, so here's the slug and the Field Master. So we'll jump out here quickly, and then you can take a quick look at the model. So, like normal with NRG and the way the Hunter models, it's modeled extremely well, in my opinion so far. Again, I haven't looked super close, but the animations and everything seem pretty on target there. That's, I mean, they've got to deal with Remington. If you notice back in the notes, I didn't read all the notes because the descriptions of the weapons are basically like copy and paste from the Remington sales site. It's not literally, but it sounds like it's just a marketing thing. So that's why I kind of skipped over the descriptions in there. You can tell it's the deal with Remington is to promote their firearms, of course. But that's basically what the descriptions read like. But anyways, here, so that's the model. Here's the sounds. So you'll see it says it's a magazine of 4, but that's 5 shots. So we'll do the reload. So chamber 1 immediately, and then put 4 on the bottom there. So I think that's nicely done. And then you can... Did he actually put 4 on the bottom there? I wasn't really counting. It seemed a little fast. So hold on. Let's do it again. So that's the slugs again. So hold on, here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, you did. All right, so that's that one. So that's the slug. And then let's check out the normal one. Now I noticed that it doesn't switch immediately, or maybe I hit the button wrong. Oh, there we go. So the Super Magnum, this is kind of what you'd be expecting for the birdshot in the game. Still nice. It's got quite the little echo going on. And it's got basically the same reload animation as the slug one. It seems like he puts 1 less in when I'm looking at it, but if I count again, it'll be probably accurate. So just as you're expecting, oh, the little bullet shots are still disappearing. So that's that. You can put the 2 sights on. Now, a couple things while we're looking at it. I did take the slug out for like a field test, and we'll go over this real quick. Since I have it here, since you'll see it's zeroed for 50 meters, you can't change it. I didn't try the red dot, but I was out with this here, the carbine optic with it. And I think you can change the zeroing when you're at the range. Yes, you can change the zeroing when you're at the range, but when you're out hunting, you cannot change the zero, or I couldn't. Yeah, it's stuck at 25. So there's something odd going on there, but I guess that was in the game in the past. You could change the zero here, but not out there. Now, if I zero it for 75 at the range and I come out here, does it stay at 75? It does. Okay, I guess you just zero at the range first. That's kind of awkward. But yeah, something to keep in mind with the slug. Again, I've only really taken 1 animal with it. But I was using like the Hunter Sense dot on it. And I'm going to have to pull up a picture, because you see how there's the dot on the, like in the site itself. The Hunter Sense dot is there, but it's like right on top. There, it falls off and you go there. And I bring this up because when I took my shot, I took a shot at 75 meters. So this is, well, this is, what's this at? 65 meters. And the red dot, like the Hunter Sense dot is matching it. And look, that one worked. So maybe I messed up my shot. Anyways, it's no big deal. The first shot I took, though, just on a mule deer, I was actually kind of disappointed in the damage. I hit about 74 meters. But I got to do a lot more testing on it. But there is one thing I wanted to show you guys about the slug, so just a heads up on it. So this is the screen here is the 3D model of the slug projectile. So something's up there. I thought maybe it was just maybe my version of the game or the shot I took. But you can see it's not actually fully modeled. Like there's like the weird 3D cone like outer shape of it, and you can sort of see the slug inside. But when I spun the camera around, the slug model wasn't fully there, just like the tip of it. So something went there. It's not just me though, because someone else on the Discord posted something similar. They're getting that shape plus another partial shape for it. So there's something going on with the slug. So I just brought that up. So I don't know what's going on with it. Like it's very early. So we will. Yeah, we'll keep an eye on that. I think we're gonna get some kind of update for the slug. I thought I know I don't have a picture of it and I don't have time to test it, but this will be like one of the things I test first. I thought the cavity damage of it and the damage for the slug was rather low for what I would be expecting for a slug. But also yeah, that model thing. And then with the zeroing problem, where you can't zero outside of the range. I don't know. Just a heads up there, because it is the first impressions things. We'll see what happens here. The slug's just on a, like right out of the gates, kind of an iffy spot for me. It just seems a little wonky donkey at the moment, but we'll move on. So just a heads up there. We're going to switch to the rifles out just because I'm already at my 10-minute time, over 10 minutes, and I'm really pressed for time here. So we will jump quickly to the Alpha 1 7mm and then the SPS down here. And we'll take a look at those models real quick. So here is the Alpha 1. So we'll run up here. Now it's like the other 700 long. It's no iron sights on it. But here is the model. So again, modeled really well. It's all been really cool. And I like the sound of this guy here. Now listen to this. I think that one's got a good crack, and it's got a nice echoing in the back. So I think it's cool. There's the reload animation. So, yeah, that's that. I kind of like that one. We're going to have to test some performance out and everything like that. It takes all the scopes and everything that you'd expect from the rifles. And then here is the SPS 375. This one you do have iron sights with. So a nice solid sound there as well. And of course the cartridge, a nice rounded tip one. It's a cool looking cartridge too. And I'll give my first impressions on these. Actually, I haven't used the 7mm yet to hit anything. I'm just assuming it's going to be close to the 300. But this one was neat, the 375. My just quick first impressions, I don't have a picture of it or anything like that, but I hit a mule deer with it. It's tier 6. It was laying down and it was quartering away, and I went through both lungs and out the other side. And the range was over 100 meters. So it went through the animal, a tier 5 animal, on a quarter, through both lungs, out the other side. And so that is, you know, that's definitely powerful. I was wondering if this was going to land around like the 350 sort of thing, but no, this is going to be more powerful than that. It looks, first impressions, the cone, I know I can't really show it, but we'll do another video, and we'll do several videos though and take closer looks at it. But the cone looked like a 338 cone. However smaller, like thinner, but still like that, you know, the cavity shape that it has in the game. It looked like a 338 cone, because the 9.3 has that really bulging cavity damage at the start, and it's got massive cavity. So it looks like this has less cavity damage than the 338 and the 9.3, but it had like longer kind of cavity damage to it and lots of power. So this 375 is definitely going to be interesting to use. Okay, so we will be doing a 15-minute video, I guess, so stay tuned to the channel because I'm going to try and have a video out tomorrow. I don't know what I'm going to specifically look at. Maybe we'll try and do a shot with every rifle or something like that, or every weapon that came out, just to take a more detailed look. So I'll try and have that out tomorrow morning. So yeah, just a heads up. Oh, here's the binocular thing. Some hidden changes that are not in the notes, so you can see the different, of course, the range is still broken at the range. There's like an invisible wall here that blocks it. I don't know. NRG, you gotta fix stuff. It's been around forever. But here's your little, the color now matches, and the font is now fixed. I like the font a lot better, so that's cool. So keep an eye out on, like, undocumented changes and stuff like that, and you just let me know if you find any. Also, the flashlight's gone on his hat, but that was from the outfits pack. I think I noticed that, and then I forgot they did that, but I just noticed it again. I'm like, oh, this flashlight's no longer on his head. I think I did notice that, but like when the outfits pack came out, and I just forgot it. The only other thing I can report, besides the, like, everything looks good so far except for the 12 gauge slug. It just looks a little funky at the moment. When I went to do testing, it started raining in the session I had, so it had overcast and rain. So I went and slept into the next day to go test out mule deer, and it cleared up just like this, and the rain kept going, and it kept going, and kept going, and then I did some hunting, and then I slept like 1 hour to change the time or to move the animals around, and it was still raining. So basically, I had rain during this weather right here, and it was kind of a neat effect. For one thing, it was kind of cool because the rain was kind of bright and different. It's like that sunshine rain, but I also think that was a bug. It rained the entire day that the sky was blue, and then I slept and went to the next day and it cleared up. So there could be a couple little things happening with the update, just sort of watch out for it. And yeah, that'll be the video. Yep, look at that, my short video is going to be pushing almost 20 minutes. But that is it. I think the DLC is $5 US or so, or €5. It usually sits around the $5 mark. I did notice that if you're in different regions where the currency may be higher or lower, it still comes out to be $5, because I'd pay in Canadian currency and mine was still $5, which means I got it on a bit of a deal, because I don't know, I think it's like 70 cents to the dollar to the US right now. So anyways, if you're in different regions, it might actually be less than $5 US. But I think that's all the quick little info I want to give out for now. So I'll try and get this video out just so you guys have something. And tomorrow, yeah, tomorrow I got to decide what I'm going to do for tomorrow morning's video. I'm going to try and have one, and I think probably we'll just take each. I might skip the 12 gauge, like the birdshot one, just because I anticipate it being about the same, but we'll see. Maybe we'll do something like one animal for each rifle or something, and take a closer look. But anyways, that's it for now. So you guys check out the DLC if you think it's something for you, and let me know what you think of it. So thanks for checking out the video. Take care. See you in the next one.